Hey everyone, Alex here. Um, this is part 3 of our series of converting HTML into a full set editing theme in WordPress. So in the last video, we almost finished this header and this hero section. In this video, we are going to fix some uh, these button hover effects and some details about this header, and we will start making these next sections. So first of all, I want to fix these button hover effects, right? And I was just experimenting with this, and this is how you can style it. So basically, under the styles elements, you can set this global hover property for all the buttons. And what I did here is that I set our border to be transparent to remove, there was like a black border, and it's important that I have to set it as important to override some other styles. And for our background, I set it to primary here, and then I'll just set text to be, in this case, I want it to be light or completely white. So just set it to be white in this case. And let's see, yeah, I forgot that I need to add important to this property. And let's refresh. Yeah, and this is what we have right now. So when we hover, we have a primary background, and we have text white. This one is fine. By the way, this button here doesn't have hover, and I'll show you why. Because I apply custom gradient to this button, so it's basically overriding our hover properties. So I'm gonna fix it right now in our editor. And what else I'm gonna fix is our header. I noticed that there should be some white background here, and then the stroke color also should be a little bit different, so I'm going to change that. And we are done with this section, and I think that we are ready to move to this next portion here. So first is button, right? So let's click this button, and I'm going to just simply remove this property here. Just click color, reset or reset all, and it will reset to our default, right, style. So I'm going to save this, and next is our header, right? So let's fix our header. If I select columns, right, I want to apply background on this, and the background here should be, let's switch to RGB, and I want to make it 10%, so it should be A10. Okay, I'll just type it here. Okay, our background is 10, and our border should be 20, right? So I'll go here and switch it to, change it to 20. So let's save it. So this should now match with this, what we got here in our HTML template. So let's see, okay, now it's much better. And our button, yeah, there's this weird jumping, like this weird transparent effect. Let's see if I can fix that. If I can't fix it, I'll just try to fix it off camera, so I'm not gonna stuck on this task too much. So let's see if we remove maybe background color, right? No, it's still jumping. Okay, let's try to remove background instead. No, we have nothing. Okay, so I'll just try to fix it a bit later, so it's not a big issue, I think. And let's move on to this next section, which is this here, intro. So from here, I'll start editing it directly inside an editor, right? So I'll just need to add new block here. And the way that I do this, I cannot see the plus here, so I'll just click add after and start adding it here. So here we basically have this container with this text and paragraph. So I'll just copy this heading here. And then first we start with group, right? And we want, in this case, we want to have columns inside. So I'll just add columns here. And I'll choose 2 columns in this case. And in the first column, I'll just paste our heading, the one that I copy. In the second, I'll paste our paragraph, right? This one. So that is our content. So what we need here is to stretch this right now, right? So I'm gonna first add some paddings and pick some margins. So I'll go in styles and go in margin first to remove this top spacing here that I don't need this. And here I can add, let's see, left and right padding. And I think I'll just check in my hero section, right, what we have here. I think we actually have a class here, if I'm not mistaken, no? Or on the group. Let's see. Yeah, so first of all, we have this 1170 here on the group. Let's see. To stretch our content. And then we need some padding, I think. Yeah, because now it doesn't have left and right padding. So check it also here in our hero. And find out. I think our padding is coming actually from this cover section here. But if I'm not mistaken, our padding should be 1.5 RAM. I'll just check it here. Okay. Let's see. This one is our padding. So we have what we have here is 24. Yeah, that is 1.5 RAM. So let's try to add it here. So in our group, we'll just add left and right padding to be medium, right? Yeah, medium is 1.5 RAM. Yeah, so this is how we can add padding here, left and right padding to our section. And then we need top padding and bottom. So I think it's more than 100 here, so it's 170. So just add vertical padding right here. You can set it in pixels, I guess. 170 pixels to match what we have here, what we got here. And then our text here is lead, which is, in this case, is 19. So we'll see if I have the size here, I can apply it, but if we don't have, I'll just add it as a custom, right? So we have 1.5 and we have 1. We don't have this 19 size. Actually, I think it's better if we change it to 20. Let's see. I think 20 will look better in this case. Oh, let's fix that. Okay. So we have base, right? Base is basically our 16, right? Our base, and our medium is 24. But what I can do is that I can change this medium to be smaller, or I can simply add here as a custom size. So if I open my calculator and I'll just divide 20 divided by 16 is 125 rem. And just type it here. This would be equal to 20. And next we need to adjust size of our H2 here, which is 34. Okay, so this is approximately 2 RAM, right? So let's see, medium large. So I'll just add this here. And we have some space between here, right? So let's see if we can, what we can do here. So maybe I can set percent here to be 40 or 35 to have this part, and then on our columns I can set, do we have like space between here or no? Align, no, that's not what we need. So let's see, 35, 30, let's make it 30. And then this one. So basically what we need is that to offset this column, right, to add some space. So what I can do in this case is just to add one empty column, right, one of the option. And let's see, do we have any other option here, is to set, because this is a flex box, right, I think, our columns. So what we can do is to add margin left auto to shift it, but I'm not sure if I can achieve that because there is no margin on the column. I cannot apply margin in this case. I know that I can achieve this with group block, right? I think I can just use some space between, but in this case I cannot control responsiveness. Actually, I think this should work, right? Let's try to, because in case, like if you have two columns, you don't need too much control on responsiveness. You can just, let's see. Oh yeah, actually you need, right? Yeah, you have this option, allow wrap multiple lines. So let's try to see if we can. No, yeah, actually I think I'll just gonna stick with columns. So what I'm gonna do is to duplicate this column, and we have it 30%, so this one would be 20, and then I'm just gonna leave it empty, just delete our paragraph, so our column is empty. So yeah, I guess that this probably would be the easiest option here, and then it will stack on tablet, which is also perfect. And this space, by the way, I think it will not exist in the front end. It's only in editor, so we'll just test it. Okay, I did not save, I think. Let's see. And this already looks almost perfect for me. There's nothing special here. It's just two columns, and let's see if it's perfectly responsive right now. There is some weird space in here. So let's see. what we can do about that. It's basically, I think it's because of gap, right? Let's see what we have here is, yeah, this 1.5 RAM gap. That's because we have this empty column here, right? This here. The other option can be is that to add some spacer, right? I think, but the problem is that we need to hide it later. Let's see what else we can do. Tablet. We also have this option hide on tablet. Yeah, this one should work. So this basically what this does is that we have these custom styles here that we can basically hide this column on tablet, and that's what we want, right? So this already perfectly responsive. So let's move on to the next section, which is this bento grid, right? And let's see if I can achieve this with my basic native tools. I don't know if I'm gonna use grid here or I'll just use default flexbox. I think it should be enough, so I guess I'll just stick with flexbox. By the way, this group we can also rename and call it something like intro, which is useful that you can rename, so you can easily navigate it here, easily you can see, and then we can add new group. Okay, it's a wrong spot, so we want it here. Okay, and this is the same as the previous. We will make 170 here, and then we will make our padding, remove our margin top set to 0, right? And then padding left is medium, left and right, to have 24 pixels left and right. And inside we need, in this case, group with two, basically a row, right? A row with two columns. And here what we need is, actually I think it should be columns also, right? Because we will have, maybe we will have this issue. And this can be, in this case, right, what we can do here, let's see, we can use it as a cover block, I guess. I think this is probably what we need here. I'm not sure because I'm just experimenting right now, so we will just use cover block, and I'll upload our project thumbnails first. So the first is this tablet right here. So let's see if we can use this, or we will just use something else. Okay, we don't need this paragraph here. So this is our image, okay, and then what we can do here is we need it to be in a row, right? So if I copy this, we will have this, but I have to control the width. Yeah, so I think that basically I need columns in this case. Yeah, so let's convert it into columns. I think, yeah, it makes sense. So in the first column I'm gonna put this cover. Then the second column, let's see, I'll just duplicate it. So in second column, this cover, and the second one will have different image, right? So replace, open media library, and this image here. So then the first one should be 66 pixels, I think, right? Let's try to check. We got here, yeah, 66.6. So I'm gonna just change it right here, 66.66. And the second one is automatically, it's the opposite, right? Yeah, and the second one should be 33.333. So we have this grid, and let's see, the gutter here is 10, the gap. So I'm gonna select columns, settings, go in styles, and change my block spacing to be, in this case, 10. So we have 10 horizontal spacing. Let's try to save it in preview. I don't like this overlay here, so let's remove it. So in styles we can just clear overlay, yeah, and remove it completely, I think, yes. So let's just reset and remove overlay. What else we can do, because currently it's just images, right? Like boring images. You cannot do anything. We can make them a gallery so they can open. You can scale them, like expand, right? So let's try to see if I can achieve that. So what we need is gallery. Actually, yeah, I haven't tried to work with gallery too much, so I'm not sure if this one is gonna work, because it's probably not gonna work for our structure, but I'll just try it first to see if it works. So we have two images, okay, resolution. Can we change width of this? We cannot. So yeah, that's the problem, is that if we use gallery, we cannot achieve this structure right here. But what we can do to make it more interesting, right, these images, we can make them as a posts, for example, and make them clickable, or apply custom link to this and make them clickable. So there are multiple options in this case. So for now, I'm gonna leave it like this, and then just try to achieve this structure, and then I'll explore later if we can make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so let's duplicate these columns here, and we will make this second row here. So here all we need to do is just reverse these columns basically like this, and apply new image here, which is this one, and here we will apply this one, right? So, and to fix this gap, this is the gap between these two columns, so it should be on the main group, right? I think this gap. Let's see, if I go here and change this, it needs, just to keep it simple, I keep it in pixels. It's to be 10. So then we have rounded corners, right? I need to apply this as well. So our rounded corners is 5 pixels in this case. So I'll apply it to my cover blocks. Now let's see, border radius 5, okay, and then the same here, border radius 5, and the same here, border radius 5, and the same here, border radius 5. Then let's quickly check responsiveness. Okay, what we got here. Okay, it looks perfect, almost no fixes needed. So let's try. Okay, guys. So basically, what we got right now is this intro section and this images. But as you can see, it's currently not clickable. There's no functionality on this. We'll check responsiveness. This one looks a bit weird also. We can probably fix that. I'm not sure exactly why the gap is changing. This one. Yeah, but it's not a big problem actually. So the main layout is done, but what we can do here is to improve the interactivity, right? To make it a little bit more interactive. And let me know in the comments if you want what you want to see here. Like you want to have a portfolio clickable or posts, because from my understanding, this one is more suitable as a portfolio post, right, or something like that. And then because we will have blog later, we cannot use blog for this because we'll have a blog layout later, which is this one, and we need it to be separated from our masonry grid here. So what else I can do here is that we actually have a premium blog for this that I can use, but I want to keep it free in this case because it will be free demo, so I'm not gonna use premium here. So in this case, let's just leave it like this. If you have suggestions, just leave it in the comments. And let's see, maybe I can make another section and we will just wrap up this video. So I'll just quickly make this call to action here. Let's see. Also, I'll just rename this group here to be, let's call it bento. We can call it actually gallery or something like this. Probably makes sense. Or projects. And I will add another section below with another group. And let's keep it the same. Again, 1170. Background dark, right? Dark or headings, okay. Actually, our dark background should be different from headings. I just noticed it right now only. The reason that we don't want to mix it is because it will mess our color scheme. So I'm gonna just quickly fix it. So our BG dark should be different here. Let's see. So this is our headings 21, and let's just make our background dark. It's already different here, right? Oh yeah. What we want is let's see, we have background light, so I think it should be a foreground actually. Yeah, let's keep it as a foreground, and our headings, let's leave it like this for now, and then we will experiment later a little bit. And I'll just add again, remove margin top, add padding left and right, and then insert our each one here, each two. and we'll make it light in this case, and center it, and fix the size. Let's see, our size is 32, so it's probably 2 rem, right? And then we'll add button. Buttons, and it says start now. Okay, start now, it's the same. Okay, and put them in the center. By the way, in buttons I notice there is a little bit more space on left and right. I think it looks better with more space here. So what I can do is then just copy this here from this hero. It has space already, so just copy paste. Oh my god, I added a lot of buttons. Let's fix this mess. What I want is, I want these buttons, so I'll just copy and paste. Okay, this one's much better. Then we will just delete these buttons, delete this paragraph, and what else left here? I will reduce this spacing and add a little bit here. So padding top, add it more, and this one looks fine. And this space looks good for me. I'm gonna leave it like this. Let's see. And maybe in the next video we'll talk a little bit about color schemes, right? Because okay, I'll just add additional padding here and we'll just finish this. So let's add this group, let's rename it CPA, right? And our gallery, let's add padding bottom to be 170 pixels, right? Okay guys, so in this video I fixed some issues with our header. Then I added hover effects to our buttons. I still don't like how it works, but I think I can fix that later. And we made these sections which are almost fine, except that this one is not functional. So I'll just think about this, how I can improve that, probably add some links here, I guess. We'll try to explore that. And this call to action is very super simple. There's nothing special here. It's just a very simple section. So in the next video we'll finish these sections here, and then footer, and then we will move on to the inner pages because the home pages will be done. And maybe I'll show you also about some color schemes, what you can do, and also how to export all of this and reuse it, right? And yeah, and that's it. So hope you guys like this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.